Hello, my wildlings, and welcome back to Turnabout for All. In the last episode, I was about to give my answer to a question which I had actually just forgotten because this is a new recording session, and I was an idiot for ending it when I was just about to answer something, because, how am I going to remember what it was? But if I remember correctly, because I just rewatched the last video, it was something like, how did the poison bottle get in the cell? And here is my answer. Okay, let's have a look. Doug's testimony, no. Peter's testimony, well, there's a recent problem with smuggling in and out of both the prison and detention centre, so I imagine it would have to be that one. Present. Oh, here's the sound. There's no music this time for some reason, that's quite annoying. Oh well. I don't know why that keeps happening, I guess it's just the website or something. All the same, I'll just have to live with it. As will you. I could add background music in, but then have to find it. I'll leave it as is. It'll probably be back later when something interesting happens. It's fine. This newspaper details a smuggling problem at the detention centre, where items have been smuggled in and out under the ZPD's nose. This is the first I've heard of such a thing. They kept it all quiet. But the defence asserts someone smuggled the poison into my client's cell to frame her. Told you the music would be back when it gets interesting.
Order in the court. So the bottle was placed in the cell by someone else after the poisoning?
Perhaps before, and a different container held the poison that killed the victim. But it being the same bottle is the most likely, so yes. Could have, most likely. I thought this wasn't a bluff, Mr. Wright. You have no real proof that your version of events occurred. But neither could we see the poison in the recording. But I explained that, and she has a clear motive. Ramses threw her under the bus, ratted out her dirty little secrets. She had every reason to silence him. Without seeing the moment of the poisoning, my theory remains a possibility. And if someone is framing her for this, it's possible that person is framing her as the mastermind. A possibility that would render you... Oh, come on, I stuttered. Give me a break. Gah.
Oh yes, the defence does have a point.
It worked. The judge is considering it. Yeah, looks like it. Oh no, here comes the but. But how do we prove it further? I was expecting the but to come from the judge, but I much more appreciate the but coming from you. Don't take that out of context, please. Actually, even in context, it's not that much less weird. Oh, she has a point.
Even with this new possibility, the prosecution's version of events remains the most likely. Does the defence have any evidence to further back up its claims?
Evidence, Your Honour.
Well, yes, Wright, this is a courtroom. We deal in evidence and facts, and sometimes talking parrots and whales and whistles and ghosts. Actually, I'll be honest, this is a bit of an odd courtroom. Actually, there's talking animals here. This is a very weird courtroom. Am I on drugs again? I remember my youth. I did all of the drugs. All of the ones that came in the box of a Lucky Charms. There was flower, and hat, and purple. Never could work out what shape that was. I actually don't know what's in a box of Lucky Charms on average, because they don't have many of them in the UK. Although, I think I've tried them, or something similar once when I visited America. It tasted good, but I could taste how much sugar was in it.
It was a lot of sugar, and it's nice once in a while, but I don't think I could manage that much sugar every day. Not just for breakfast. I mean, maybe over the whole day. Oh, I do have a bit of a sweet tooth, I will admit. But I have my limits too. You have no way to back your theory up, do you? His voice has just sort of become the same as Edgeworth's, and I need to change that again. I mean, I've changed everyone else's voice throughout this whole thing, so why not? You do realise that as the face of the No. You do realise... No, he is not Russian. Is this even Russian? I don't know what this is. You do realise... Yes, there it is, that'll do. You do realise that as the face of the ZPD... Hobbs may have had the connections to smuggle that poison in herself. Hold it. We need more testimony. Surely there's someone else who can tell us more about those events. More testimony? Yes, if you want to further condemn yourself.
What do you mean, Mr. Savage?
On the tape, they can be seen arguing, but someone actually heard it. And their testimony will only serve to reinforce her motive. So in that regard, I call Officer Benjamin Clawhauser to the stand. Ben? Ben, why? Ben, why? Oh, what did Ben hear? Clawhauser? We know what my argument with Ramses was about. Let's just see if we can get some information. I suppose if nothing else, it buys us more time. It's true. Oh god, I've completely forgotten the voice I did for Clawhauser. Oh well, let's just go for it.
Well, hi everyone.
Oh god, I apologise. Witness, name and occupation.
Benjamin Clawhauser, officer of the ZPD and its usual receptionist.
Officer Clawhauser, did you or did you not overhear an argument within the questioning room? One between the defendant and the victim.
Well, that is to say...
Remember, this court demands a completely honest answer from your witness.
Yes, or at least sort of.
Sort of? Would the witness please testify as to exactly what he heard that day? What I heard...
I was in the detention centre to visit Judy. Thought I'd found one though I found out she was about to be questioned.
I really can't read very well. I apologise. Again, I do a lot of apologising in these videos. I should probably stop that too. Sorry about that. Ha, it's funny because I apologised about apologising and now I look like even more of an idiot.
When I passed by that room, I heard muffled shouts coming from inside. I couldn't hear what they were actually saying. A guard then came to collect Doug Ramses and take him back to his cell. After that, I waited until Judy was finished and made sure she was all right.
An argument between the two as the poisoning occurred. The defendant's motive only builds upon itself, doesn't it? But the witness doesn't even know what they were arguing about. On top of that, the security footage has no audio. It doesn't change the fact that they were arguing. Such a heated exchange can only mean bad blood between the two. And thus leads to further motive to kill the victim. I think it's time to accept the only person smuggling things that day was the defendant herself. the moment she managed to sneak that poison past the ZPD. My theory cannot be discredited yet, not before my cross-examination.
And before we get to that, I do have a question. Does anyone actually know what they were arguing about? The camera and the witness do not, but there is no other way of knowing.
I am standing right here, you know. Yes, that is a good point. Your Honour, this shows what they were arguing about. Oh, God. What shall I present? I suppose Judy's testimony. Judy's testimony. We argued about the night howler case when I returned. The bottle was there. I didn't think much of it. It was empty and without a label. Well, yeah, she mentions the night howler case, so I guess that one. Boop. My client told me all about the argument. You might recall that Judy Hopps solved the night howler case some time ago. The victim was involved with that case and was on the wrong side of the law. That's what they argued about, and thus it had nothing to do with this case.
Oh, I see. They argued about something unrelated to the train derailment and everything else that's happened. Well, if that's the case, then it does not relate to the prosecution's proposed motive for the defendant.
That is the word of the defendant alone, which can hardly be trusted. And even so, it's clear they were not friends by any stretch of the imagination. Their relationship was that of a cop and a criminal. Or are you suggesting that every police officer holds murderous intent within their hearts? Ooh, I do enjoy making him angry. But I will continue to do so, and hopefully so much more, in the next video. And I'll see you all then. Goodbye, good night, and good luck.